Now we are live. Assalamu alaikum viewers, welcome to today's live session. Today we are talking about something everyone faces criticism. Whether it comes from family, friends, co-workers or even strangers, online criticism can feel uncomfortable, but if handled properly, it can become one of the most powerful tools for growth. Today topic is how to deal with criticism and use it to improve. We have Maya with us who will help us understand how to turn criticism into strength, learning and self-improvement. Welcome Maya.
Thanks for having me back. So, criticism, it's rarely fun in the moment, right? But I
Okay
think the
Maya,
key is remember
Maya, we are
is
I am asking you a question. My first question is what does criticism affect people too deeply, so deeply, and why is it too hard to accept?
it boils down to a couple of things, I think. We're wired to seek belonging, and criticism often feels like a threat to that. Plus, our egos, got to protect those. It's hard to separate the feedback from feeling personally attacked, even when it isn't.
Okay, what is the difference between constructive criticism and destructive criticism?
Constructive criticism is specific, focuses on the behavior, not the person, and offers a path forward. Destructive criticism is vague, attacks character, and just dumps negativity without offering solutions. One builds, the other tears down. Pretty straightforward, actually.
Okay, how can someone stay calm and composed in the moment by the in the moment they receive criticism?
Deep breaths, for sure. But more than that, try to actively listen. Really listen without immediately formulating a defense. Treat it as information, not an indictment. Remind yourself that their view is just that, their view.
Okay, why is it important to listen fully before reacting to criticism?
Because if you jump in mid sentence, you might be reacting to an assumption of what they're going to say instead of what they actually are saying. You could miss the nuance, the actual point they're trying to make. Plus, it's just polite.
Okay, what step can help someone evaluate whether is valid or not?
Step back and look at the source. Is this person knowledgeable on the topic? Do they have your best interests at heart? Even if the delivery is rough, a valid point can come from an unlikely place. If the source is unreliable, you can probably disregard it pretty quickly.
Okay, how can a person respond politely without sounding defensive or hurt?
That's an interesting perspective, or I hadn't thought of it that way. Buys you time to process and acknowledges them without immediately agreeing or disagreeing. Then you can ask clarifying questions instead of launching into a defense.
Okay. How can criticism actually become a motivation for self improvement? In
If
detail.
you can see it as data,
Give answer in detail.
as a opportunities to get better. Think of it like debugging code. It's annoying, but essential. It forces you to confront weaknesses and push past limitations.
Okay. How can criticism actually become a motivation for self improvement?
My apologies seem to cut me off there. If you can see it as a data point, information about areas where you can grow, it loses the sting. It's not about you being bad, it's about identifying opportunities to get better. Think of it like debugging code. It's annoying but essential. It forces you to confront weaknesses and push past limitations.
And why
Anything else I can help with for the live stream? Or are we good for now?
give me answer in detail.
You're asking me to elaborate on how
How can I
criticism can
say
become.
actually become a motivation for self improvement?
Okay, sorry about that transcription hiccup. You want a detailed response on how criticism can fuel self-improvement. Right. Look, it's it's counterintuitive, right? Nobody jumps for joy when someone points out a flaw. But if you can shift your mindset, it's powerful. Start by recognizing that criticism highlights a gap between where you are now and where you want to be. That gap is an opportunity. Then break it down. What specifically are they saying? Is it actionable? Can you create a plan to address it? It's about taking ownership, not wallowing. Think of athletes. They don't ignore their coach's feedback, they use it to hone their skills. It's the same principle. It's tough, but turning criticism into fuel is a skill and a really valuable one. Does that make sense?
Okay, what role does emotional maturity play in handling criticism?
Oh, a big one. That emotional child, the part of us that craves approval and fears rejection, is who takes the initial hit. It reacts instinctively, defensively. Learning to recognize when that inner child is triggered is it's about separating the emotional reaction from the actual feedback. You got to soothe the child before you can rationally assess the criticism.
Okay, how can someone protect their self esteem when facing harsh or unfair criticism?
Remind yourself of your inherent worth. Seriously. Criticism says something about the critic or about the situation. It doesn't define you. Focus on your strengths, your past accomplishments, and build a support system of people who genuinely believe in you and will offer a balanced perspective. Don't let one negative voice drown out all the positive ones.
Okay, okay. Can criticism from family and close friends be harder to accept, and why?
Definitely. It cuts deeper, doesn't it? Because those relationships come with a whole history, expectations, and emotional weight. You want their approval, their love. And when they criticize, it can feel like a rejection of you as a whole person, not just a critique of a specific action. Plus, it can stir up old family dynamics.
Okay, what daily habits can help a person grow stronger, smarter, and more confident in handling criticism?
Absolutely. Things like journaling to process your emotions, regular self reflection, practicing gratitude to build self worth, and even mindfulness exercises to stay grounded in the moment. Building those habits strengthens your emotional resilience. So when criticism does come, you're better equipped to handle it. It's proactive self care.
Okay, thank you, Maya, for sharing these powerful insights. Viewers, remember one thing: criticism is not meant to break you, it's meant to shape you. When you learn to accept it calmly, evaluate it wisely, and use it for self growth, criticism becomes a stepping stone to success. Success. Instead of reacting emotionally, respond thoughtfully. Instead of feeling attacked, Look for the lesson and instead of avoiding criticism, learn from it and improve every day. If today's session inspired you, don't forget to like, share, and comment your biggest takeaway. Until next time, keep growing, keep learning, and keep turning criticism into strength. Take care.
I was,
Thank, thank you,
oh,
Maya.
oh,